Shame doesn't whisper, it screams. It tells you you're not good enough, you're not lovable, you're not worthy, and if you let it sit too long, it spreads like cancer silently until it eats away your self-worth, your relationships, and your potential. Shame is not just an emotion, it's a silent destroyer. But here's the truth. Shame thrives in silence and dies in truth. I know this firsthand. In this video, I want to walk you through how shame spreads, how it affected my life for years, and what I did to finally break free, and how you can too. Hi, I'm Eleni, and if you found me, you're here for some reason. If you've ever felt like your past mistakes define you, or you're carrying a secret that's eating you alive, you're not alone. I felt that, and for years I lived in shame over what happened to me at 58. I was betrayed emotionally, manipulated, and left to rebuild my life from ground zero. But the most painful part wasn't the betrayal. It was the shame I felt and I carried deep inside me afterwards. Today, I want to help you understand shame for what it really is and how to stop it before it spreads deeper into your life. If you're over 40 or 50 or close to 60 like I was and trying to start over, this one's for you. Shame isn't guilt. Guilt says, I did something bad. Shame says, I am bad. And that's dangerous. Because once you believe you are the mistake, it becomes your identity. Say you trusted somebody who betrayed you like I did. Your guilt says, I should have been more careful. I should have known better. Shame says, I'm stupid. I'm a fool. I deserve this. Do you see the difference? Brené Brown found in her research that people who live in shame are more likely to suffer from depression, addiction, and self-destructive behavior. Shame doesn't stay put. It spreads quietly through your thoughts, your words, and your actions. And this is how it trickles down. You get hurt, you stop trusting people. You isolate yourself. You miss opportunities. You start believing you're not meant for love or success or anything worthwhile. That's how it spreads, like cancer. One small lie about yourself turns into a life half lived, feeling like a robot. When I lost everything at 58, the financial part of it was destructive for me. But it wasn't the devastation, because money you can always make back. It was my inner voice that kept saying, you should have known better. You're more intelligent than this. I didn't tell anyone for a long time because I was ashamed. I was ashamed of what I had done. I was ashamed of what people would think of me. I was ashamed of what they would say about me. I was ashamed to put my children in that position. And I was ashamed of being alone and starting over again at my age. But 3 years later, I made a decision. I was either going to die quietly in my shame, or I was going to rise up and tell my story out loud to help someone else. This channel became my healing space. It became my voice. My way of saying, I refuse to let shame be my story. Was that how it was going to end for me? And now I try to help other women over 40, 50, 60, any age, really, to do the same. If you're one of those people that have stayed quiet or have a story that made you feel this way, please drop it in the comments below so I can know what your struggle is, what your story is. And join this community so we can rise up together. Here are a few truths about shame that maybe you didn't know about. Shame dies in the light. Whether it's a friend, a journal, a camera, speak it. You take back the power when you voice what you've hidden. Separate yourself from that event. You are not what happened to you. You are not your mistake. That doesn't define you. That was a chapter of your life, not your entire story. Serve through your story. When you use your pain to help others, shame can't survive. You reclaim the narrative. You reclaim the story. You get to rewrite it all over again. Can you imagine if you just helped 100 people break free from their shame by sharing your journey? That's 100 lives changed. That's unimaginable. 100 hearts lifted. What can be more powerful than that? That's elating. That is something that you will take with you for the rest of your life, and you say, I helped a few people get over their shame. And another thing, start something new. Start that YouTube channel that maybe you've wanted to do and you couldn't. Write that book that you want. Start with a chapter. Start with a page. Go back to school. It's never too late. Shame tells you it is, but shame tells you lies to keep you where shame wants you. If no one's told you this lately, let me tell you now. You are not your past. You are not your worst moment. And you are not alone. You're strong enough to rise. And your story could be someone else's survival guide. Have you ever thought of that? That somebody needs to hear your voice to help them lift themselves up? And if this message spoke to you at all, comment below the words, shame ends with me. And if you're on your own healing journey, hit subscribe, because you don't have to walk it alone. Let's do it together. Your comeback story starts right now. So until next time, be the strongest you can be. Be fearless. Be the best you could be. And I will see you right here in the next one.